I'm a hustler, man. I'm always get it off the muscle, man. Tryna make them hunters bust the rubber bands. Rain, sleet, hell or snow, I'm tryna get it in. Woo! I go door to door, stacking up them dollars like dominoes. I go door to door.
Hustlers, hustlers, hustlers. What's cracking? It's your boy Deshaun. Welcome back to another episode of Roof Hustlers, baby. We will tackle all your daily door-to-door objections, rejections, and we'll teach you guys how to make connections, man. Because if you ain't creating genuine customer connections, building better customer relationships, and providing premier customer service, then you know, like I know, guys, you ain't making a difference in your wallet or the community, baby. And that's what we do over here at Roof Hustlers, man. Help you guys go from average to good, from good to great. Always keeping food on your plate. Because if you do what I do, you know it's a jungle out here. So this week on Roof Hustlers, what I want to, matter of fact, before we even go there, I want to say, welcome to money season, baby. We got an hour and a half plus more of daylight. This the time of year to plant seeds and get your money up, guys. So listen, it's been getting dark early on us. Now we got all this daylight, power hour, 4 to 8. That's the best time to be in the field generating business, man. So welcome to money season. So now that we addressed that, let's jump into this week's Roof Hustlers episode. What I want to talk to y'all about is how do we lower that buyer's resistance on the spot door knocks, right? Because you knock a door, you get on the roof, you do the inspection, you come down and you talk to the homeowner about moving forward, and there's a lot of resistance sometimes on the front end. And I've learned it comes from guys not setting proper expectations on the front end. So you gotta slow down in order to speed up. And I've learned a lot of you guys out here, you just selling free inspections. You're not selling the process. And that's what's stopping you from closing deals on the spot, especially after a storm. So what I wanna talk to you guys about today is lowering that buyer's resistance so you can stop wasting your time and start closing more deals. All right, guys, let me give you some tips and tricks to avoid your homeowners backing out when you meet them on the spot, right? So the first thing I want you guys to start doing is start setting proper expectations on the front end. So before we go there, I want to let you know frustration comes from misplaced expectations. I've said that before and I want to reiterate it. And the reason why you frustrated as a sales rep, you didn't set proper expectations. So let's talk about setting those proper expectations. First thing I need you to do is confirm that your homeowners want to take that next step to move forward. So you knock the door, they say yes to the inspection. Before you're in a hurry to go grab your ladder and get up on the roof, I want you to stop and say, hey, I want to be very clear, Mr. Homeowner. If there is damage, you do want to take that next step to move forward, right? Get that yes, get that confirmation before you just jump on the roof. Am I telling you not to get on the roof if they say no? But I am telling you that you need to make sure that your homeowner want to take this thing to the finish line just like you want to do. So I want you to start practicing that. Hey, you do want to take that next step to move forward, right? If we do find damage. Hey, if there is damage, you do want to get your insurance company involved to take care of it, correct? Setting those proper expectations, right? So that's the first one. The second key to setting up proper expectations, right? Before you go do your inspection, prompt your homeowner to go find their insurance policy. Hey, I just want to be very clear, Mr. Homeowner. Who's the name of your homeowner's insurance? I don't know. That's perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do is get up on the roof, see if you got enough damage. But do me a huge favor. Go find that insurance policy for me. Because if there is damage, we're going to need that to move forward. I've been doing this for 9 years, guys. I've learned anytime a homeowner go get that insurance policy, they typically want to move forward. What homeowner go out of their way to go look for an insurance policy that they don't know at in the first place, right? Because they just got it and stashed it in a drawer. So if they go out of their way to go find that policy, they're typically serious about moving forward. So prompt them to go find that insurance policy. And the third part of setting up those proper expectations, before you get up on that roof and do that inspection, you want to let them know, say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, if we do find damage, our goal is to help you get this thing to the finish line. I want to make sure we both on the same page. So if we do find that damage, we're both agreeing that, hey, we want to get this taken care of and we want to get it to the finish line. And what we need to do next, take about easy 15, 20 minutes. Right? So we put it all together to sound like this. Hey, I want to be very clear. If there is damage, you do want to take that next step to move forward, right? Yes, I do. Perfect. I'm going to get up on that roof. Do me a huge favor. Go find that insurance policy for me because we will need that to move forward. And I just want to make sure we're on the same page. If we do find damage, our goal is to help you get this thing to the finish line, to help you get everything you deserve as a homeowner. I just want to make sure we're both in agreement. Sounds good? And they say yes. Now you go do your free inspection. You've set proper expectations of what's going to happen next versus you just doing that inspection. Now you come down and you're trying to get them to move forward, and it's going to create some resistance, guys. So that's the first key to lowering that buyer's resistance. Set proper expectations on the front end.
And now a word from one of our sponsors. Hey there, this episode of the Roof Hustlers is sponsored by the Best Hustler Academy. I know you tired of being average. I know you trying to pull up in the neighborhood and everybody say you say the same thing that everybody else done said before you got there. I know you tired of deals slipping out of your hands. If you tired of that, you need to join the Best Hustler Academy today. Get exclusive content that's not on YouTube. Get exclusive content that we teach before it even go public. Not only that, get some of the coolest marketing tips that can help you dominate your arena in your county, your city, whatever you in. If you want to get that information, come join the Best Hustler Academy today. I'll see y'all soon. Back to regular scheduled program.
The second key to avoiding that buyer's resistance, right, on the spot selling is address the buying pitfalls. I've been doing this for 9 years. I think it's 3 things that most homeowners typically bring up when you meet them on the spot, you disrupt their day and you land an inspection. First thing they're gonna say, I need to do some research. Second thing they're gonna say, deductible talk, right? And the third thing they typically bring up is that I don't got time or referrals. So I highly encourage you, address the buying pitfalls before your homeowners bring them up, right? So first thing first, let's talk about the research. If you know you just met this homeowner, they don't know who you are, they don't know about your company, right? Let's say if you don't have a neighborhood presence. In the midst of you telling your homeowner to go find that insurance policy, also I want you to tell them, hey, look us up, do some research on our company while I'm doing this inspection. I know you're gonna love what you see. Matter of fact, what's a good number for you so I can send you our Google link so you can look at the reviews, so you can give yourself that peace of mind. And when I come back down from doing this inspection, we can address any concerns you may have that may stop us from moving forward today. Listen, you've just prepped them to overcome the objection before they give you the objection. So the first buying pitfall, encourage your homeowners to do the research while you're doing the inspection. That way when you come down, they can't say,
I like everything I heard, I just want to do some more research.
You can kill it before it actually kills you, right? So that's the first one. Encourage your homeowner to do some research. The second buying pitfall that we typically battle with is the deductible. Now listen, that's why in part 1, I tell your homeowner to go find their insurance policy, right? Also, you need to be aware of where you are located so you can address the deductible from an educated perspective. First of all, if you're in Texas or if a homeowner got State Farm, you know they typically got a percentage deductible. It can be 1 to 3% of the property value. So what I typically do, I Google the address, right? Find out how much the house is worth. I take 1%, 2%, and I give them the 2 options. If it's 1%, it may be $1,500. If it's 2%, it may be $3,000. I just want to make sure that's affordable to you, right? You address these things on the front end. Typically over here in Florida, our average deductible is $1,000. The most it will be is $2,500. And if it's a hurricane deductible, it could be anywhere between 4 to 6%. So we address those things on the front end so my homeowner is aware of what they're getting themselves into. So second buying pitfall that may stop you from closing that deal on the spot is the deductible. So let's address that on the front end so they got the proper expectations before we get in the house, file a claim, they find out they deductible $5,000, they get cold feet and they back out. So that's the second buying pitfall, the deductible. Let's deal with that talk on the front end. And the third buying pitfall that we typically battle with is time, right? I always tell my homeowners, the hardest part about what I do is timing. Because timing is everything. So before I do the inspection, I let them know, hey, the inspection is going to take about 15, 20 minutes, right? Max. And then once I come down, if I do find damage, the next steps will be about 15, 20 minutes to get in contact with your insurance company, let them know what's going on. I just want to make sure you have nothing planned this afternoon or you don't plan on leaving within the next 30 to 45 minutes. You will be home, right? Within the next hour. They say yes. Now you've prompted them so they can't use time against you. But when you don't address that on the front end, you know they're going to tell you as soon as you come down?
Today not a good day. What's another time we can do it?
And you just shot yourself in the foot, right? So listen, address the time pitfall. I'm going to get up there, do my inspection, take a quick 10 minutes. When I come back down, if we do got damage, next steps only take about 15, 20 minutes. Go find that insurance policy for me. We're going to need that to move forward. We'll go over all those things before we take that next step. So I know some of you guys like, man, Deshaun, that's too much work on the front end. But that's what's killing you from closing deals on the front end. You're not taking enough time to slow down so the back end is easier. The easy, hard principle. If it's easy on the front end, it's hard on the back end. If it's hard on the front end, it's easier on the back end. So I know this may seem a little bit difficult from some of you guys, and these are uncomfortable questions, but when you get good at asking these questions, your deals flow 10 times easier. So those are the 3 buying pitfalls that we typically run into. The first one, they're gonna wanna do some research. So encourage the research and have some referrals in the neighborhood. If you're in a neighborhood you've already closed deals in, if it's a cold neighborhood, just have some referrals and have that Google link ready for them to do their research so they can lower their buyer's resistance, right? The second one, address the deductibles on the front end. Let's talk about deductibles on the front end so we spend less work on the back end. And the third buying pitfall, let's set up the proper time expectations so they can't use it against us. So that's the second way to overcome that buying resistance of on-the-spot selling. And the third and final obstacle that typically gets in our way when it's closing on the spot is appointments, right? So we might meet some homeowners, they don't got time today, and that typically happens. So let's say if you try to leverage the time resistance, right? Hey, it's only gonna take 15, 20 minutes, and they say, you know what, I don't got time. The third thing that kills most sales reps is they say, okay, and the homeowner say, well, just call me next week, call me on this day, just call me whenever you free, I'll answer. That's the worst thing you can do. I've learned this when I used to do multi-level marketing. Guys, book an appointment from the appointment. Never leave it in the air. So I got up on the roof, I set the proper expectations, we got damage, we do want to take that next step to move forward. They said yes. We addressed the deductible, we addressed the time, we addressed the research. But today is not a good day, they busy. So now we're dealing with our third buyer resistance, which today not a good day. So what I want you guys to get good at is book an appointment from the appointment. So if I meet you on a Friday, I'm gonna say, you know what, Mr. Homeowner, my first available day, I can do Saturday or I can do Monday. Which day works best for you? Monday, perfect. Morning or afternoons? Mornings, 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock, right? I say, okay, so perfect. Sounds to me, we got this thing scheduled for Monday at 10 o'clock. I wanna be very clear. Have your insurance policy handy. We're gonna need that to move forward, and we can address any questions that you may have. So what I'm gonna do for you, Mr. Homeowner, what's your first name? What's your last name? Now this is the key part, get an email address. Once you get the email address, set up a calendar invite. Invite your homeowner to that appointment Monday at 10 o'clock so it's on their calendar. That way they can't say they forgot, and they'll naturally get a reminder, especially if it's through Google Calendars. Also, time kills all deals. Try to book your appointments 24 to 48 hours. Don't let them go a week out, 2 weeks out. I promise you, you're gonna be chasing that homeowner longer than you want to. So listen, book an appointment from the appointment. Set up that calendar invite, get your homeowners wrapped up into that appointment so they can't run away. So those are some tips on how to avoid that buyer's resistance when you closing deals on the spot. So first one, set proper expectations. The second one, address the buying pitfalls before your homeowners address them. And last but not least, the third and final one, always book an appointment from the appointment. So listen, guys, if you're running company leads, this typically ain't gonna apply to you. Why? Because the homeowner's expecting you. But for my guys out there hustling, you knocking doors, you meeting homeowners on the spot, some people close, some people don't. And I just want to give you these tips, how to overcome that buyer's resistance for those people that say yes to the inspection, then on the back end, they get cold feet and try to run away from you. So listen, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, please leave us some comments down in the comment box. We do pay attention to those. If there's any topics you want us to address on Roof Hustle, shoot us an email, Deshaun@roofhustlers.com. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all Roof Hustlers, right? We're putting out a bunch of content this year, just a different way, dynamic information to help you guys take your game to that next level. Listen, guys, it's always a pleasure connecting with you hustlers, man. Stay great and die legendary. And as always, baby, hustle hard, hustle smart, and don't be afraid to bogart. Hustlers, I'm out.
Just another day hustling.